Gonna tee off now in about. We're gonna tee off now in about 30 seconds, right? So stay with me here on the internet, lads. Be with me here on the internet. We have a multi-streaming event here, right? We're on the TikTok, we're on the YouTube, right? So thank you for being here. Whatever, whatever, whatever section of the internet, lads, you're coming in on, lads and lasses, right? Boys and girls. We're about to tee off now, lads. We're supposed to have it on the YouTube that we tee off. Jeez, I got chopsticks in my hair here now. For God's sake, get out of it! It's like a big load of noodles on my head. Hold on a second now. Get me a bowl of ramen now, lads. I wouldn't mind. Thank you for being with me. I'm going fully Japanese here on the internet. Just someone's. If you're here watching on, if you're watching on the YouTube, will you do me a favor, please? Right? If you're watching me on the YouTube, do me a favor. Can you tell me? Can you hear me with the fancy mic? Listen, I'm going to whisper for you. Can you hear me on the fancy mic there on the YouTube? Someone tell me now. But look, back to the here, back to the now. Merry Christmas, Nick. Thank you, Nick. Happy Christmas to you. Thank you, everyone, for being here with me on the internet, lads. We're going to get right onto it. You can hear me. That's unbelievable. You can hear me on the TikTok, hear me on the YouTube, lads. You couldn't make it up, not in a billion years. This is it now, lad. A little bit of multi-streaming action for you now here. Obviously probably not going to be possible on a wet day, but not a wet day today. It's a dry day. It's a sunny day. And here we are, we're in Mulranny, and we're going to play nine holes here on the internet. So thank you for being with me. First shot of the day, lads. The rule, just so you know, not that I'll necessarily need it, right? But the rule of live streaming golf, as I define them, is you're allowed as many breakfast balls as you want, as many mulligans as you want on the first tee. After that, you're on your own. It's not played as a live, but it's the winter time, but in the summer it's played as live. But you get the message, lads. You're on your own, you're playing golf. Here we go. Who wants it on the internet? Thank you, Johnny Cobra. I haven't even made a practice swing today, lads. Might want it. Thank you, Titleist, for the Leroy ball. Thank you, Japan, for the jumper. Who wants it on the internet? It's a bit spinny down the right, so we're going to take our. I'm not going to use this ball, lads. We need this ball, the famous ribbon ball, right? We'll go. Thank you, Strixon, for the Leroy ball. We'll go with the breakfast ball, just so you know, team. That's perfectly fine. There is no issue with that drive. She's in the right portion of the hole, but we might as well, if we have the breakfast ball on offer, we might as well have a crack at her. Oh, that's absolutely smashed. That's down the power slot, lads. That is definitely down the power slot. That's gone a fearsome distance. That's gone a huge distance. Brandon Stripe, thank you, team. Where is she better on, lads? Is she better on the TikTok? Better on the? There's three on the YouTube. There's 52. Best drive of my life. Fact, rip that, lads. 3 on the YouTube. And there's 50, 60 odd on the TikTok, right? So look, either way, whatever internet you're coming in on, lads, whether it's the normal internet or the TikTok internet, right? I know you. Anyway, enough of that. Let's just play some golf. Here we are. There's some comments coming in on the YouTube internet. I can hear you on the YouTube. Brilliant. Up the tube. They're loving the tube. Like your lover sharer, lads. Like your lover sharer. No matter where you are, that would mean a huge amount, lads, if you'd. And thank you for the love hearts coming in there. A huge amount of gifts coming in. Grateful to everyone involved. I don't know if you can see the scorecard on the big telly, lads. It's a little bit different. But look, it's just so nice to be out here at the day that's in it. We're multi-streaming, right? So you're gonna have to stick with me, be with me here, because you know there's going to be a little bit of we have been multi-streaming before, right? And it's always been a bit. Yeah, but it's a nice day, lovely day on the beach there. I can see it, lads. Loads of people on the beach, right? Busy day on the beach. Look, I'm very, very excited to say here now that look, I took the breakfast ball. The first is weakish down the right, but oh my good God, Lord above, I have gone and hit the drive of my life, lads, down the left-hand side of number 1. So look, it's exciting to say the least. Exciting to say the least. So here we are, lads. We're marching down the first hole here in Mulranny. Mad for road, mad for game, lads, mad for bears. Yeah, mad for a few birdies. Wouldn't mind a few birdies today. Let's just try and get a little handle on where the first ball went to. I was looking for a white one there for a second, but it wasn't white. I think I see it. She's gone a mile down that grid, so she has. So look, just delighted to be here on the internet, lads. Very leisurely pace of play, and that's all right. All credit to the lads playing the game. And here we are ourselves now. We're on the internet. We're marching our way down the first hole in Mulranny. Having a good old time of it. Let's see if we can do something decent. There's the first ball, lads. She's fine. But of course, we've gone for the breakfast ball here in the first hole. Got 6 on the YouTube. We've got 120 on the TikTok. Oh my good God. Thank you for watching here on the internet, lads. Thank you for tuning in. What a day it is here in Mulranny. The water's clear now in the first hole. Rare that you'd have sitting water on the links track, but here we had it. A lot of rain now over the last couple of weeks, but here we are back again. Very proud to say I've hit the probably the drive of my life down the first hole here in Mulranny. Look, she's slippy on the internet going down this little hill, lads, but the only slippiest place on the course. So here we are. Settle down now, settle down. Oh, all right. So we're using the yellow sticks on. She's slippy there on the internet, right? We're using the yellow sticks on. I'm gonna get you the fancy camera angle. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. We're probably about, I'm guessing we're, hold on. Ah, sure, I'll bring you right up. I'll bring you right up here beside me. What country am I in? I'm in Ireland. I'm playing golf. I'm on the internet playing golf here, lads. Thank you for being with me, yeah? Top of the morning, Killer Eagles. How's the comments coming in, lads? Afternoon, Paul. Picture quality is amazing on YouTube, is it, yeah? Which is better, lads? She's the landscape as well. You're going to have to buy 2 computers. Can we speed it up? A legitimate question. What's your prediction about it in your come and score? Ooh, I don't know. Let's go 3 under, lads. Looks glorious, not cold at all. All holes open in Mulranny, all holes open in Mulranny, lads. Who wants it on the TikTok? Who wants it on the YouTube? Who wants it on the internet, lads? Who wants a birdie to start? Who wants an eagle putt to start, right? I got the Japanese putter into the paw. I'm going to turn her around for you. She's, she's lovely. Yeah, YouTube and the fancy mic's working on both, lads. Obviously, I guess we just have to do both onto the future, you know? Because everyone's, you know yourself, whether you're on the German internet or whether you're on the, you know, some of the Asian internets or on the Irish internet, or, you know, it just depends, isn't it? So it's placing everywhere, lads, right? It's our one little concession to the winter. Well, let's see what we got. Hang on, focus now. Back to the here, back to the now. Paul Daniel Rafferty into the room, right? Okay, what's that saying now? Jesus, 5-iron written all over. You'd never go 4-iron. I'd never go 4-iron. 5-iron into this Paul, lads. 5-iron into this Paul right this very second, right this very now. Yeah, who wants it? Hang on, I can hear you. It's beautiful, like I'm riding the trolley. You're riding the trolley. Afternoon, nice blue sky, fine jumper. Thank you, Colin. Colin's gone mad onto the Dundrum is closed because of I-passes. I think they're going to be back open though, aren't they? All credit to them. Right, here we are, lads. 5 on the YouTube, 95 on the TikTok. So a grand total of 100 people tuning in for this shot. This shot here is the second shot into Mulranny. A lot of pressure on this shot. She's a par 5. She's fairly large for the family, lads. It's a leisurely pace of play, so we're in no rush. Bit of muck there in the Leroy ball. Thank you, Strixon, for the Leroy ball. Thank you, Johnny Cobra, for the beautifully forged 5-iron. Who wants it, lads? I think we'll aim at the middle We'll aim at the middle now. We give her a tiny bit of Ben Hogan. We wouldn't mind. She'd be right at it, like number 11 in Augusta. Second shot of the day, babe. Oh, Tinda, you know what's out of that. Stay there. Get lucky. Kick left. Oh, she did kick left. Oh, we're blessed. Ah, stop. Lovely kick left. Not quite on the green, but nearly on the green. In fact, we're pin high and we're in decent shape now. Why not Titleist Pro V1? I think it'll January, yeah, man. There's no reason for not using the Titleist. I'd put it this way. It's 5 on YouTube, lads. There's 99 on the TikTok, right? Thank you, Killer Eagles, for being here with me on the internet, lads. Look, I'll put it this way, okay? Thank you, John Daly. Thank you, young John Daly. Thank you, Tiger Woods. Thank you, Charlie Woods. What was I talking about there a second ago, lad? Grateful for the 2 fancy mics, lads, and the 2 fancy phones. We got a fancy phone and a mid-fancy phone. But here I am, I'm on the internet. So let me fill you in. We're playing the par 5 first hole here in Mulranny. What I've done is I've hit probably the drive of my life down the first hole here in Mulranny. Okay, I've assumed the 5-iron Johnny Cobber into the ball. Yeah, I have a funny bit of a sore thumb, but it's all right. But it better get better soon, because I have to hit 30,000 shots in Texas in January, lads. I'll say it again. I have to hit 30,000 shots in Texas in January. That's what the artificial intelligence tells me anyway. 10 on the YouTube, lads. 100 and 105 on the TikTok. But here I am, lads. Drive my life. In fairness, down the first hole in Mulranny, and then I jumped up onto the tee box. We're live multi-streaming here, TikTok and YouTube. Sorry, Shaz, I love you, babe. And I have to be honest with you, lads. It's I took the 5-iron into the ball, lovely forged 5-iron, and what I did was I hit. It's interesting to see the comments coming in on the YouTube. That 5-iron is thinner. Absolutely was thin. Hang on, I see these comments coming in. It's a great system. Shot my best 4 under par. Fair play to you. Fair play to you. I'm missing those chats, lads. Where's those chats coming out? Hang on. Where's those chats coming? I don't know. Sometimes they go. Thank you, lads. Lads, what a life here. We're on the YouTube, we're on the TikTok, we're multi-streaming, fancy as anything. If you make a comment on the YouTube, lads, it seems to disappear. So it might be a while getting back to you, but bear with me, be with me, stay with me. Obviously, it seems to be fairly clear on the YouTube, but we have the double fancy. We have the fanciest phones on the YouTube, and the semi-fancy phones on the TikTok. But here we are in Mulranny now. I'm on the par 5 first. I'm pretty much pin high here in 2. Still a tiny bit of surface water, and I'll move that to the side. And we're going to have what could only be described as an extremely simple chip and run shot. Let's see if we can do something decent here now, lads. It would mean a lot. It would be an amazing start to the Monday, lads. It's a Monday morning, you know. It doesn't feel like Monday, and it feels like she's about 6 o'clock in the evening. But look, I'm mad for stretching, mad for stack system, mad for training, lads. Mad to get a few extra yards into the ball. Beautiful looking day for some golf. Absolutely, Harris. Who wants it, lads? Who wants it? A 7 on the YouTube, 77 on the TikTok. Thank you, team. Thank you for being here with me. Let's see if we can do something decent, yeah, going forward, right? Who wants it? Who wants it? Who wants it? Where are you based, boss? I'm on the first hole, Bubba. I'm just going to move the ball out of the surface water. I might take it. There's the ball, lads, because I'm just dropping her over there. I think she has TOEE written all over her, does she not? No, I mean in the country. We're in the country, yeah. We're in Ireland, Bubba. We're in Mayo. Here we are, lads. We're on the internet as well, crucially. Thank you to the internet. Thank you to TikTok and YouTube and the multi-streaming platforms. And thank you to Strixon for the Leroy ball. This is an eagle chip, lads. This is an eagle chip. If you just tuned in, I had to drive my life down number 1. Tin to 5-iron, but nice little kick off the path. And here we are. Here we find ourselves, lads. In portrait mode, in landscape mode. Every other, we're in most dimensions. Rumours abound regarding the Chinese internet, lads. We were on the Japanese internet last week, that's for sure. Grateful. I got Strixon on the ground, lads. I got a Johnny Cobra Rescue Club, lads. I think they might have made the original rescue clubs. The Bafla. Who wants it here now? That's a TOEE for you. Steady on, sweetheart. Steady on. Steady on, babe. Go. Go. Right. Proud of that. Ecstatic about that. I have about probably 4 or 5 foot there now for a little birdie to start the Monday, which should be something else, wouldn't it? Join with me, be with me, stay with me. With 7 on the YouTube. Right? Mayo, nice weather up there. Brutal in here in Cork. No way. Sorry, Shazza. 107 on the TikTok, lads. Like your lover, sharer, yeah? Like your lover, sharer. If I miss... There he is. Colin, thank you for being here. That 5-iron, let's get it. Come on, lads. Who wants it? Would have been better below the hole. Yeah. Yeah, but it's actually relatively flat in the immediate surroundings of that hole. So we're actually fine. It actually is below the hole, believe it or not. There's a lot of slopes around there, so I can see where you got the seed, but it's pretty much below the hole. But she's probably 6-7 foot now to look at her from a different angle. She might look shorter on the internet, but she's probably 6, 7 foot. She's probably 8 foot. But lads, I have a Japanese putter into this paw, so obviously that's a huge advantage. Birdie, who wants a birdie, lads? We're multi-streaming here. I need you to do something for me, lads. Thank you, bus driver Paul. Good call, Bubba. Lads, give me some feedback. Thank you, Minecraft. We're actually multi-streaming, Bubba. We're actually multi-streaming. We're on TikTok and we're on YouTube, so it's obviously we're mostly on the YouTube now. But let's see if we can do something decent. This is for the bird. This is for the birdie start today, lads. Birdie be lovely, wouldn't it? Who's on TikTok? Who's on YouTube, lads? Afternoon, Sandy. Who wants it on the internet? 101 into the room, lads. If a big gift comes in, would you let me know? Would you just say hold the horse there, chicken, and say I know you're multi-streaming. I know it's fancy, this, that, and the other, on more portrait mode, landscape mode, but just so you know, a TikTok universe came into that paw. So just make sure I don't miss any of the gifts that might be coming in, lads. And do give me feedback. Maybe the multi-streaming is welcome, maybe it's not, you know. But just let me know. But I tell you what I have in my hand here, lads. I have a Japanese putter in my hand. The chance of this birdie just went up, 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 up. Thank you to the entire nation of Japan. Thank you to Jin Ota, Joe Matsui, Shin Moto himself, and Megana, the Japanese women's champion. Now, this has been an awful lot, lads. She's grassy, but she's a nice one. Now, this will be right to left. She's slow. You got to be aggressive with her, lads. Give her the Jin Ota. Who wants it on the internet? Give her the Adam Lorton. Who wants it on the internet? Struck it. I really did strike that. I really did strike that. I pushed it, but you know what? It said the stroke was confident. The feel was so good. I'd nearly. You could build a career on that, lad. So I'm not disappointed at that. I'm grateful for that. Thank you. Grateful for the par now. I presume I can get this. Look, but I'd like to start with a birdie. Of course I would. Of course I would. But look, just make sure now we launch her. Give her to Billy Miller. Bear with me, be with me, stay with me. Thank you, Jin Ota. Right, grateful for the par, lads. Grateful for the par to start with. And now we're going up onto Bryson's hole, which is the second hole here in Mulranny. Why is it Bryson's hole? Because the buddy Maruch was watching. I think he might have been in Singapore at the time, nibbling on a nasi lemak, lads, with a fried chicken into the bowl. All right, lads, thank you, TaylorMade, for the bag. Thank you, Johnny Cobra, for everything you do. Thank you for the Johnny Cobra clubs. Oklahoma into the room, lads. Oklahoma into the room there. 85 into this room. We've 7 on the we've 85 onto the TikTok. And we've 7 onto the YouTube, lads. Thank you for being here with me. A par to start, and now we're up onto Bryson's hole here. I've joined your club for 1 month. That is unbelievable. Killer Eagles, thank you. Thank you so much, Killer Eagles, for joining the Out Club. I'm just pinning your old comment there, Bubba. Thanks for that, Bubba. I really appreciate the support, okay? Thank you for being here with me on the internet, lads. 87 into this room. Who wants it here in the internet? 7 into the room, yeah? How's the fancy mics working? Is there anyone? I'm multi-streaming, but is there anyone multi-watching? Is there anyone watching on a couple of different platforms? And can you compare and contrast? Is there a lag? Yeah, well, are the fancy mics working on each? Is the picture working on each? Thank you, DGI, for the microphones. Thank you everybody involved, yeah? As I was going over... Sorry, Shazza. Who wants it here now, lads? Who wants it on the internet? We're multi-streaming, we're live on the YouTube, live on the TikTok. We're in portrait mode, we're in landscape mode. Any dimension there is, lads, I'll jump onto it, not a bother on me, okay? Any dimension you hear of, let me know. I don't know, even if it's into the Chinese dimension. We'll get on this Chinese internet, the last thing we do, right? Hold on a sec. All right, the pace is not too bad, lads, grateful. Both excellent Maruchs, very kind of you, James. Francie Show says picture's gone. Hold on a second, Bubba. That better now? Hold on. Hold on a second, Bubba. I'm just live streaming here, Bubba. I'll call you in a couple hours, yeah? Sorry, Bub. Sorry, lads. We back, are we? We back? We back? Picture gone for me. Hang on, I can see it. There we are. Fine coverage. Sounds good on We all good, lads, yeah? I think we're good. Sorry, there was a WhatsApp message coming in there. But someone tell them they can come onto the TikTok or the YouTube. Back now. How you, James? 12 on the YouTube, lads. Is there anyone watching on both? I'll have you. That's fun times. Huh? The crazy thing is, yeah, you know, we've all been in hotels and we've all been flicking on the internet, and you can get YouTube up on the telly. I could be on a telly right now. We could be on a telly right now. Guys, thank you so much for the support coming in here. This blessed second golf career I've been having, lads. Thankful that I jumped off the tour. Lucky to be able to think about golf there for a couple of years solid, and develop some philosophies and come to some realizations, and now come back here onto the internet, onto the TikTok, onto the YouTube, going at it, lads. Here we go. Grateful for the live streaming opportunity. Thank you, TikTok. Thank you, YouTube. Here we go, lads. 60 into the room, yeah. Who wants it on the internet, lads? What a day, what an evening. Look, this is a big hole here now. I'm going to go back to the tickliest, right? I'm going to go put the Strix on back in the bag for now, right? We're going to go with the tickliest, right? Grateful. Let's get a sip of water and pour now for a sec, hold on. Oh, right. Now, here on the second hole of Mulranny, Bryson's hole. The Buddy Marooch himself was watching us playing golf, lads. It was a fairly proud day now on the internet, so it was. Jesus, the body's getting better, lads. Gone mad stretching now, trying to get miles per hour into that paw, right? Right. I'm going to hopefully give this to Tom Watson. I'd settle for the Bubba Watson, though, if I'm being totally honest with you. As you know, I'm going to be. All right, lads, 12 on the YouTube, 59 on the TikTok. Who wants it here, lads? This is a big, big, big drive here. A lot of pressure on this drive. A lot of pressure. There's people in real life watching as well, lads. Thank you, Titus. Thank you, Johnny Cobra. Big drive here now. Thank you, Tom Watson. Oh, I've ripped it down the middle. Drive of my life. The drive of my life, Bubba. I gave it to Tom, actually. Bubba, nothing. Bubba, nothing. No disrespect to Bubba Watson. Thank you, Bubba Watson. But I gave that one to Tom Watson. I'm very proud to say it. I'm ecstatic to say it. Grateful to say it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you, Tom Watson, coming out of Kansas City like a young stormtrooper on heat. Thank you, Eddie Stockwell. Oh, 12 on the YouTube, lads. 74 into the TikTok. Thank you, Brendan. Don't think I've ever hit a drive like that now, lads. There's a lot, huge pressure on that one. Huge pressure on that one. Thank you, everybody, for being here on the internet with me. Right, here we are, lads. We're making our way confidently now, in fairness. Ecstatic with the win in Japan. Excited for next season now, to be fair. But don't let me get a big head. Remember, lads and lasses, I'm just here on the sly. Yeah, working on my game sneakily. My basis for being here, lads, my purpose for being here with you on the internet is I'm your golf coach, lads. I've got a fucking chopstick in my head, in my hair. I'm your golf coach, right? So I'm here to teach you golf. So it's important to remember that. So if the head starts getting big, lads, just let me know. Get me on the blower, get me on the email, lads, get me on the YouTube and the TikTok and the Instagram. Get me on the WhatsApp phone, or even on the old text message, or even on the normal phone. I'll pick up, book in a lesson, lads, and Bob's your uncle, yeah? And then we got a plan, right? Bob's your uncle, Big Bad's your dad. Who wants it here on the internet, yeah? Mad for road, mad for road, mad for fairways. That course is gorgeous, absolutely. I wanted to see the glorious portrait. Thank you, Andy Francis. Broseph in the NG, lads, unbelievable. The crack is 90 here in the Isle of Man, right? All messages are visible. There, we got the live chat now, lads. Hi, Billy. We're multi-streaming now, Billy. We're on the YouTube, we're on the TikTok. Thank you, Bill the Bandit. Bill the Bandit into the room, lads. You found me on Google Maps. Unbelievable. Where is that? Up in the air, is it? What internet is that? Which country's internet has he up there onto the Google Map? Unbelievable. Is that even a thing? Are you pulling me out of leg? Huh? You being fastidious, as the fella once said. Who wants it onto the internet is all I want to know. Getting up close to Christmas Day, right? But as I was saying, lads, I'll say it again. Don't let me get a big head. I'm just look, a lot of confidence coming out of Japan. Can't wait for next season, but don't let me get the big head. My purpose for being here is to give you a golf lesson. So get me on the phone, get me on the email, get me on the internet. Get me on the normal phone, lads. Get me on the text message. I'll give you a golf lesson, right? And then we'll get you a plan. Bob's your uncle, Big Bad's your dad. Who wants it? Who wants it here now on the internet? Bang, 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 bang. So here we are marching along the second hole here in Mulranny. To be fair, I've hit a fantastic drive, lads. I would have settled for a Bubba Watson, but I was able to manage to hit the Tom Watson in the end. So we're just nearly be a few tears now. I don't know if I have any tears left in me, lads, but if I did have a tear left in me, it'd be coming out of me now because I just hit the drive of my life down the second hole here in Mulranny. And look, we've got about, I don't know if we've 90 yards in now, so it's a proud moment here now on the internet. So here we go, lads. Thank you YouTube, thank you TikTok, thank you Facebook, thank you everyone involved. Thank you Build a Bandit. Hello, hello, hello Mikey the Greenkeeper. Women only want me for one thing, it's my Marooch hat. Thank you Killer Eagles, lads. If you want any Marooch merch, she's on the internet, speedgolfrob.com. I had to shop a shop on the internet, grateful. Unbelievable day today, Billy. How's the YouTube stream going? Seems to be going bird equals money one. Thank you so much, Build a Bandit. Anyone going to match him? Thank you so much. Trumped into the room. You don't wear a hat? I do wear a hat. I do. I wear a hat all the time, Bubba. Make man a Marooch. I got you on the TikTok, right? And we got the fancy camera there onto the YouTube. So look, this could be, you know, like young Larry Mize here now on Heat, lads, right? The fancy camera angle is pretty interesting now with the TikTok, right, or in the YouTube. Bear with me, lads. Bear with me. Thank you, Build a Bandit. Thank you, team. Right, I'm just gonna setting the fancy camera here up just in case this Leroy ball goes into the hole, lads. Just in case this Leroy ball goes into that hole, right? Sake. Bear with me, lads. Sorry now about this. Sorry about this now. This will live on the internet, lads. We can just put this in the hole now. So that's the plan, right? The camera's flipping moving around here, lads. I'll bring you back a tiny bit, Bubba, right? There you go. All right. See, this is a bit different now. I'm just trying to get used to the YouTube camera, lads. So excuse me, kind of fiddling around. So just bear with me. Sorry, now to the hold up there, team. Right. All we want to see is the ball going into the hole, lads. The YouTube channel SPEEDGOLF TV. The YouTube channel SPEEDGOLF TV. Thanks for following, team. Right. Back to the here, back to the now. What am I going to hit in here, team? Right, I'm going to hit 50-degree wedge into this paw, right? I got a 50-degree wedge into this paw. The YouTube camera, we have to work on the fancy camera angle with the YouTube. That's. I'll just tell you that going forward, lads, right? 7 people are picked. What's the distance? Maroons, enjoy your round. Go get him, I am. Andy Begley. Go. I'm going to go out there and murder us into the meeting, right? Go out there and murder us into the meeting. What is she? I don't know how far she is. I don't really put a number onto her. But if I guess the number, funny thing is I'd be right a bit at a time, lads, right? Thank you for joining me on TikTok and onto the YouTube. Oh, placing everywhere is the rule here now. It's the only concession to the winter time. I've got you zoomed in, lads, because we've held this shot before in the name of Larry Mize Hogan, lads. That's probably 97 to that flag, lads. 97 to that flag. That could go in the hole, Build a Bandit. Watch that. Do not take your eyes off that, lads. Spin left, babe. Spin left. No, she span straight. I love you. We'll have a putt for you, babe. We have a putt for you anyway. 50-degree wedge into this paw. And I wouldn't take that. You know that? Oh, I nearly fry that up and eat it with a plate of chips. And thank you, everybody, for joining me here on the internet. We're here in the second hole in Mulranny. I've hit what could be one of the finest strikes of my life with the 50-degree wedge. Grateful for that, ecstatic about that. And now we have a birdie putt, lads. I am a fella who has a Japanese putter in his paw, so proud of that. Oh, David like a fine steak. Thank you, team. Thank you, team, for being 90 into this room on the TikTok, lads. 18 into this room onto the YouTube. Bring that home and frame it. Michael, thank you, team. Happy Monday. How are you, Lily? Thank you for joining in here, lad. We're playing a bit of golf here on the internet. We're here in Mulranny, right? It's an unbelievable day. We're multi-streaming. I know it's fancy. Thank you for your patience sticking here with me on the internet, lads. We're mad for a road. We're mad for a game. We're mad for life, yeah? Come on. I have a birdie putt and I have a Japanese putter. Sorry, Shaz. To be fair now, this walk is a fun walk, lads. Our mind full of possibilities. I'm like a young Retief Houston on heat, right? I'm pin high with the 50-degree wedge into the pole. Bill the Bandit's in the room. He got his finger on the money gun, right? Who wants it on the end? Anyone going to match Bill the Bandit? Because I'm going to try and do my part here and stick this into the hole for you, babe, right? Who wants it? Here I am. I'm on the internet. I'm about 15 foot from the hole. I've only got one thing on my mind, and that's birdie. Right? I do enter mad for birdies. That's the fact. That is a factoid. Now, who wants it, lads? I got the Japanese putter into the pole. 17 on the YouTube, lads. 106 on the TikTok. I think the multi-streaming. I think we're ready for it, babe. Ah, stop, Billy Miller. That's too kind, man. Just sent you a little Xmas box on PayPal. Appreciate it all. Appreciate you, Billy Miller. Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Thank you so much. The support coming in. Lads, Billy's there. He's supporting with all his might and intellect. Probably now at least some big amount of that credit for the Japanese Open goes to Billy Miller. Yet here he is, having given already far too much. Sending gifts on PayPal. Thank you very much. Unbelievable. Thank you, Billy Miller. Ridiculous stuff. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the... Yeah! Right, here I am. I'm on the second hole in Mulranny, right? Let's see if I can give this to Billy Miller. I got the Japanese putter into the pole. Let's see if I can Japanese putter her into the hole. That'd be nice. Nice. Thank you for the support, everybody. I couldn't do without the viewership here on the internet. Now, let me see if I can, as Big Bad would say, hold up my end of the bargain, knock this into the hole. Oh, I hope you got a good view there on the internet, lads. Put on the cup of tea. Yeah. Relieve the cupboard of a packet of hobnobs. Open them up quick. Stick one into the paw, dip it into the cup of tea. I'm going to see if I can dip this ball into this hole for you, right? Thank you, PRGR, and all the Japanese putters. I don't really know the line this one, lads. I'm just going to give her the Jack W. Nicholas. Who wants it on the internet, lads? Strucker. Travel for me. I love you. Oh, hit her good. Got a fucking chopstick in my head, yeah. Feel like a packet of buckwheat noodles, lads. Grateful for that strike. Wow, that was aggressive. No, I'd know. Didn't even think about the consequences, lads. And I'd never change that. But we have a bit of a tester here now, lads. Make sure now she launch her. She's grassy. Make sure I can give her the Billy Miller. Proud. Ecstatic with that par. Enjoying the state of mind. I did not give a second thought to that par putt. I just went at that hole like a man on a mission. Thank you for being with me. Oh, par, lads. Grateful. 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 Oh. Thank you, Zach. Thank you, Niall. Oh, she's not flipped, is she not, on the par of the century? There's no way to flip her on the... Hold on a second. Flip. Oh, I can't flip her on the old YouTube, can I? No. I'm needing that state of mind. Thank you, Colin. Bruno, I don't know if there's any way around that, babe. I don't know if I can, Billy. Does anyone have ChatGPT into the paw? No? I don't know if I can, babe. I don't know if I can. Does anyone have the... Grateful. Absolutely grateful, lads. Thank you, team. Thank you, everybody. I don't know if I can do that, Bubba. No. No, shoot. There you are, Bubba. Don't think I can do it, lads. Unless I'm mistaken here on the internet, yeah? Flip, hide, live, video. No. I don't know, lads. I don't know. YouTube, what do you got sorted out, lads? Thank you for being with me on the internet. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, TikTok. Grateful. How cold is it there? How cold is it here? It's not cold at all, lads. It's a one jumper day. It's a one jumper day. We've 12 people on the YouTube. And we have, thank you TikTok. We have 119 on TikTok. Thank you very much. I should probably, out of respect to each individual platform, I think I'll just stop alluding to the different channels now, you know. Needless to say, we're multi-streaming. I just wanted to make sure everyone knew that, lads, you know that. But look, suffice to say, I'm here on the internet anyway, and I'm going to have a good cut at it, as the fella said. Let's see if we can get up. Hello from YouTube, usually on the TikTok. Come on, dive Dawson into the room, double D into the room. Let's see if we can give it a double D down the third hole here, down the Keno line here on the internet. Thank you, Keno, for buying a hat. Grateful for the support. I have a shop, lads, if anyone wants to get some stuff. Go have a look at it, please. It means an awful lot to me. Go on to speedgolfrob.com on the internet, yeah? Happy holidays, golf girl. Hello, Maruch. Thank you, James. You did not. Is there a bit of a lag on her, is there? Golf girl into the room. Now, we're multi-streaming here, golf girl. We're on a variety of platforms. It's some crack. I'm going to give her a double D for you. That's a fact. Down the Keno line here on the internet. I lost the big T, so I've got the little T here. Now, I'm going to give this to Sergio Garcia, right? Title is 975D, 1999, Mad for Road, yeah? Like young Retief Houston on heat, right? Oh, well, come on and play, Blazer man. Let's get it done. 14 onto the YouTube, lads. Innumerable onto the TikTok. Thank you to the TikTok. Thank you to the internet. Gonna give this to you know what. How about it? Give this to young Kyle Berkshire. Yeah, like young Jason Zuback on heat, yeah. Down the Keno line, lads. I would not take that back in 3 million years. Like young Rory McIlroy on heat, like young Retief Houston on heat. Thank you very much. Thank you everybody involved in the process. Everyone involved in this. Never hit a drive like that in my life, lads. Never. I don't know how you gift on YouTube, lads. But thank you very much, McLean. Thank you, team. But yeah, I'll have to figure out the gifting process on YouTube. Is she here to say, lads? Someone, about 10 second delay. Interesting. I don't know, if you're on the YouTube and you're mad to give some gifts, you got to go to PayPal like young Billy Miller, right? Thank you for the support. Do you hear what I'm saying, lads? If you're on the YouTube and you're mad to support, I suppose you got to go into PayPal. And that's robshogan@hotmail.com, right? But if you're on the TikTok, you know yourself. It's all very much appreciated, and this couldn't continue without the support. But lads, if you're at the very least you do on YouTube is follow along, because thank you, Jake Palmer, speakofrob.com. Thank you, Zach. Thank you so much, Billy. Chat to you soon, Bubba. Thank you so much. I'm playing a Mulranny here, Blazer man. Yeah, and look, man, you know yourself. You need to. I'm not a big bucket list fella, like. You know, you got to go wherever's closest to you, Bubba. All credit to St Andrews, yeah, grateful. I have been to St Andrews. I didn't play the course, but I did an old video there, lads, with the Bud Maruch. Grateful. Thank you, Manners Golf. Thank you, Cobra Golf. Thank you, Cobra Puma. Thank you, Titlius. Thank you for everyone involved. Here we are. We're on the internet. Mad for road, to be fair now. Mad for bears! Yeah, thank you. Here we are. We're marching down the third hole here in Mulranny. I hit what was probably the drive of my life, in fairness now. Mightn't have been the longest drive, probably a little bit spinny. They're saying I need to get a heavier shaft into this hole. But I wouldn't take it back, ecstatic with it. Let's see if we can find her and do something decent with her. Thank you so much, Billy Miller, for the support. Unbelievable. Sending PayPal for the Christmas. Very kind. Wow. Who wants it on the internet, lads? Now, where's she gone to? I gave her the... Ooh, where's she gone to? I'm trying to just locate the Leroy ball here. And I don't see it yet, lads. I wonder where it's gone to. Oh my God, it's gone a long way down, lads. We've gotten a bit of speed into this ball. In fairness now, I'm like a young Retief Houston on heat. Coming out of South Africa, lads. Early 2000s, US Open. Born for the US Open, lads. Mad for road. Tailor made into the... Oh, thank you, Cobra. Thank you, Tiger Woods. 1997, mad for road. All right, here we are on the internet, right? We're probably not a million miles from the distance we had into the second, actually, funny thing. She's a tiny bit downwind, but she's at the back of this green, lads. 8 on the YouTube, right? 126 onto the TikTok. Do you keep your scorecards or toss them? Would you believe, McLean, some people have bought them? What did the horse say to the one-legged jockey? Nice beard, thank you, Peel Wilkers. What's your YouTube channel called? The YouTube is SPEEDGOLF TV. Pencil, moustache and a crew cut. On the way, Bubba, on the way. Thank you, Zach. Who wants to add 122 into this room, yeah? Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, TikTok. 10 onto the YouTube, lads. Got the fiddy wedge in the paws to say, yes, spare strike. Thank you, Nerdy Booper. Thank you for being here with me on the internet. Yes, team. How are you getting on, River? Flying it, Bubba. What's up, brother? Hope you have a good upcoming holiday. Absolutely. Same to yourself, lads. Hope you get a few tours around the track. You know how it is. Nice leisurely pace of play going on up there, lads. All credit. All fairness to the lads. Love all good, lads. All good. Thank you, TikTok. Right, Titley's in paw. I'll be mean a lot now. I don't know, it's Bill the Bandit in the room. Let's see if we can hit this 50-degree wedge in relatively close and give ourselves a chance at... That's right at it, babe. Like, that is right at it. Be good, Lee Jansen. I love you. Oh, my God, she's stuck. She is stuck to that flag, lads. Stuck to that flag. Stuck. She is stuck. You know yourself, lads. You get up there and it could be... It might not be 1 foot. It could be 10 or 12, but... I like young Lee Jansen here now on heat, right? Like young Payne Stewart, like young Retief Hoosen on heat. I don't think I've ever quite hit a 50-degree wedge like that, in fairness. It's right down the pipe of it, lads. It's strangled the flag in. 12 on the YouTube. Thank you for being with me. Thank you, bus driver Paul. 100 onto the TikTok. Give her a lash. Let's get that birdie, Zach. Let's do it. Come on. This one will be within a few feet. Thank you for the confidence, McLean. Thank you, team. It's probably in fairness, lads, don't let me get the big head. I'm ecstatic about that one. It's probably the 50-degree wedge shot of my life now, in fairness. Look, there's a very relaxed pace of play up front, so I don't know what to say. Let's see if we can just make a birdie here. Wouldn't that mean? That would mean a huge amount, lads. It really, really would. Here I am. I'm on the internet. Mad for road, lads. Mad for game. We're actually now McLean, I appreciate the support, but we've actually gone about 15, 16 foot past, right over the top of her, right? But ecstatic about the shot, grateful for the shot. Now let's see if I can do something decent now. We really appreciate something decent here going forward, lads. It's time to get a putt to job. Look, luckily now I have a Japanese putter into the paw, a P or G or, thank you Japan. We have about probably 18, 20 foot of green in between us and birdie. Am I still going on about the Japan Open? Absolutely I am. Absolutely. Well, you can expect me to be going on about the Japan Open for another couple of months yet, Bubba. Now, sorry if the head gets big. Remember, I am your golf coach. 12 on the YouTube. Will Mother Marouche be joining you? I don't know. Soon enough, Bubba. Thank you, Double D. Sheep. I love that course. Absolutely, Colin. Nerdy Booper, let's get the putter hot. I sure hope so. Let's get the Japanese putter into this paw. Let's see if we can do something decent, something fancy. Thank you to the Google phone. Thank you to the iPhone. Thank you for everyone involved in making the phones, lads. All credit to the team. Thank you, PRGR. Thank you to the Japanese internet. Thank you to the Chinese internet. Recommended wedge set. I don't know. Sure, it's all good really, isn't it? I personally play Johnny Cobra. Proud to say, lads, I'm going to be a Johnny Cobra player for 2026. I am biased, obviously, but look, they make fantastic sticks. And I'm grateful to say I'm going to be in Texas now in January, lads. I'm going to set out to have the perfect round of golf. 9 holes in a row at the Butler Pitch in Port Austin, Texas. Come on down and say hello, lads. I'm going to hit probably 30,000 shots over 4 days. I don't know if anyone's ever done that before. But in the meantime, In the name of Paul Daniel Rafferty. Let's see if I can do something decent here now. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if you can see that hole. What I might actually do is put that flag in, lads, for the sake of the broadcast. Paul, don't worry, bub. Don't worry. I'll lean it the opposite way. Right. All right, lads. The young Bryson DeChambeau on heat, right? Right. The tickliest on the floor. I got the Japanese putter into the pole. I used to have a Johnny Cobracuda, but I left her in New York, upstate New York County. But anyway, lads, in the name of Bill the Bandit, this is for the birdie. I don't really know the line. I'm just going to give her to Jack W. Nicholas. Who wants it? Thank you, team. What a strike. I love you. Get in the hole. Ecstatic about that. Grateful for that strike. She's gone past just the perfect amount. But she's a little knee knocker, lads. A little bit of chicken left in the bone. Grateful for the chicken. Grateful for that stroke. Grateful for that strike. Sorry, Shazza. Right, there's a fairly leisurely pace of play up front, but sure, look, it's time to chat. Look, it's the season to be jolly. We're on the internet, so let's have a chat. So we'll get up onto the 14 now, and I'll tell you what you're going to do. If you so wish, you can ask me a few questions. Is the fancy mic working on both phones, lads, is it? Can someone tell me on the TikTok? Someone tell me on the YouTube. Is the fancy mic working? Thank you, Zach. Proud of you. Thank you for the support. Graham, thank you for following. Thank you, McLean. I caddied for Fred Astaire when he made an L movie called The Purple Taxi. No way. 30,000 shots is insane, I know. 145 into this room, lad. Sounds good there, is it? Love to get it. Thank you, Graham. I'm going to go attack the fourth hole here. Morani Golf Girl, thank you for being here with me on the internet, yeah? Level par through 3 holes. Right? Who wants it? If you hear what I wanted to say, while we have a few moments, while we have a bit of time, what I want you to do, if you don't mind, lads, right here, right now, and lasses, right? Jeff into the room. Fancy pot noodle for Christmas. Jesus, there was pot noodle machines over in Japan. Oh, savage crack, lads. Thank you for joining me here. Now, stick with me for a few minutes here now. 16 on the YouTube. Minus 31 where you are, no way. Hello, optimistic. Do you know the Masterson family? You sure, yeah. Zach, love that water bottle. Thank you, Bubba. 19 here watching on the YouTube, lads. 167 on the TikTok. Thank you for being with me on the internet, lads. Absolutely. Who wants it on the internet? How's the greens in Mulranny? They're savage. Jane, thank you for being here with me. I'll get a bird for a money gun Marouche. Let's go. Let's do that now. Up to the fourth hole here in Mulranny. Look, it's going to be a leisurely pace of play, lads, so just bear with me, be with me, stay with me now for a couple of minutes, all right? What I'm going to do, lads, is I'm going to put the 2 fancy mics here for a second. I'm going to have to just talk to this fella about this crew cab. Galaxy here for the birdie. Thank you, Killer Eagles. Well, huge opportunities here, lads. Bloody hell. Right, stick with me, be with me, stay with me, lads, right? I'm obviously very excited now about this. I'm mad for birdies. Look, great start to the day. We're level par through 3, so nice solid start. As Pat Brennan would say, a part of a par, right? However, I don't think anyone in the right mind would say no to a birdie here on the internet, right? But thank you for being here with me, lads. And what I invite you to do, right, is just feast your eyes on that landscape for 1 second. And I'm just going to go down and chat to this fella about this crew cab for 1 second. It's a 1 jumper day here too, Bubba. lads and lasses, right? Here I am. And look, I really appreciate the support here. Back on the TikTok. The YouTube was good in landscape, was it? Jeff, lads, money going for the birdie. There's a huge prize fund for the birdie on number 4. Look, it'll be something special, especially on this hole. I'm going to absolutely mill the drive down number 4 if I can, right? There's 10 on the YouTube. There's 130 on the TikTok, lads. Will we keep multi-streaming? Sure, it's good crack, isn't it? But there's a bit of a prize fund, so lads, who's coming here now with me onto the 4th hole? Let's see if we can do something decent. Look, I'm a thirsty fella. I'm hungry for birdies. Right, we're here in the 4th hole, right? What a time to be alive. Thank you for the support, everybody. Yeah, Francie, that's it. There's a bit of community going on there, isn't there? So I don't know. But lads, I wanted to ask you. Thank you, McLean. I wanted to ask you, I suppose you're all right with me. Big Kahuna, David Kennedy, thank you so much for the gifts. Thank you so much. It means so much to get the gifts coming in here on a Monday, babe. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, it's very healthy being out playing a game of golf here on the internet, lads. Appreciate the support, grateful. Thank you, Big Kahuna. Beautiful day, isn't it? I suppose you don't mind me multi-streaming, do you, lads? I suppose you don't mind me multi-streaming, lads. 16 on the YouTube, right? 110 onto the TikTok. I suppose you don't mind me multi-streaming. Not at all. Thank you, McLean. I suppose it doesn't take away from the experience, lads, does it? You know, we have to try and break new ground, you know what I mean? We have to try and break new ground. Like we're gone mad on the TikTok and everyone's following along, and look, we want to get it out to more and more people. So I hope you support that, babe. Oh, it is a cheat code. The YouTube is SPEEDGOLF TV. Thank you for following, Evan. And I'm going to be releasing long form videos every Sunday, lads, come January. That's the... Thank you, Zach. Much appreciated, Bubba. Doesn't impact the TikTok at all. Good to hear, Francie. Thank you for being here with me on the internet, lads. 11 into this room, yeah? I'm going to absolutely pulverise the drive down the 4th here, lads. So stick with me. Look, a leisurely pace of play. All credit to the lads, right? But it would mean an awful lot, lads, if we can do something decent. Like a young DJ Johnson on Heath, lads. Like young Latif Houston on Heath. Oh, thank you, Fuzzy Zeller. Thank you, Jumbo Zach. Thank you, Buddy Marucci. Who wants it on the internet, lads? That's my question for you. Who wants it? 13 on the YouTube. Come on, Killer Eagles. What golf course we're doing? We're doing Mulranny. See if we can do a few birdies for you, Bubba. Pipe this one, yeah. Oh, that's the plan. I'm going to give an extra little bit of a smash for Drew there on the internet. Drew, I'm going to go do this for you, Bubba. DJ looks like he has that extra ligament. I think he does, lads. I'm working on the extra ligament, lads. I'm gone mad doing yoga and stretching, trying to get miles per hour into that paw, right? Now, who wants it, lads? Right. Thank you, Titleist. Thank you, Johnny Cobra. Thank you for everyone involved in taking us this moment. Now, let's see if we can do something decent going forward, yeah? Might have a little pint of Blue Moon now tonight, lads, if I strike this one, right? Give it the young Kyle Berkshire. Oh, that's absolutely ripped. Drew, you got your wish, Bubba. I've never hit a drive like that. Oh, I don't need a heavier shaft, lads. I'm grateful for that shaft. Thank you, Johnny Cobra. That's long. That was just one of those, like a knuckleball. That was one of those ones that ain't gonna stop. You know that kind of way, lads. That just ain't gonna stop. That's still going. Did anyone see the ball flight in that one? No. Thank you, team. Thank you, Francie. Good call, Francie. Ball is flat. 111. Golf Girl's not saying ooh now, I presume. I have to say now that thank you very much, Golf Girl. You can see the whole flock, can you? I was wondering about that. They got grateful for the team, lads. I guess there's just a different perspective. I think you'd nearly need to have 2 computers now, lads. And that's before we put the Twitch onto the thing, because in Twitch I think you can zoom in yourself. Isn't that what it is, lads? That's the thing about Twitch, which is pretty amazing, isn't it? Thank you, everybody. Golf Girl got over the ooze. Thank you, Golf Girl. Who wants it on the internet? You've forgotten about that. Forgotten about that already, Rob. Who wants it on the internet, lads? Here we are, we're on the 4th hole here in Mulranny. Sorry, Shaz. We're quite literally mad for birdies, lads, mad for roads. Fairly keen for birds, yeah. However, there's a fairly sizable prize fund in the room here now on the 4th hole in Mulranny, so an old birdie wouldn't go amiss, yeah. Here we are, lads. I've probably hit the drive of my life now, to be fair, down the 4th hole here in Mulranny. Now let's see if we can do something decent going forward. It would mean a huge amount. I've never hit, to be honest with you, lads, I can see the Leroy ball now. I think it's fairly accurate to say I have never, ever hit a drive quite like that drive. I'm like a young big bad Bob on heat here now, lads. Billy club into the pole, right? Jesus, Drew. I don't know where you are, and I don't know what internet you're coming onto, bub, but I appreciate the support, appreciate the encouragement. You called for a big one, I absolutely ripped it. I'm ecstatic. I'm not going to get a big head, lads. I'm just a beneficiary of circumstance, of coincidence. And coincidence all came together there, lads. Sorry, Arnold Palmer, for the psychobabble bubba. Sorry, babe. But I'm just trying to explain the situation, lads. I've never hit a drive of that here in the 4th hole Mulranny, right? Marching down, it feels good, lads. I'm going to have something like a pitching wedge into this paw now, right? Going forward. Who wants it, lads? It's fairly big for the family here now. We're going to be... Sorry, Chaz. Going to be probably... I don't know. It looks like... will pitching wedge get there, I wonder? Come back and give you the fancy camera angle, I think, will I? Come back and give you the fancy camera angle here, lads, right? It's going to be something like a pitching wedge into this paw, right? Something like a pitching wedge into that paw, right? Hello, Wisconsin. Thank you for being here. Steve Stricker Country, babe. Steve Stricker Country. Drive to wedge, yeah. Weren't lying, Bubba. What did you do without the internet? I don't know. Good call, good question. I'll tell you now, the internet's here, and thank you for being here. Winnebago, you absolutely, let's see if we can get that into there. I missed it, but thank you, Winnebago. It means an awful lot, lads, to get those. Hello, Australia. I really appreciate the viewership here, lads and lasses, yeah. Right, this will be, goes without saying, lads, don't hit the groundskeepers, no. Just goes without saying, lads, this will be fairly whopper for the family now. The feckin', hold on. We have a bit of a technical issue here now, so hang on. Luckily I have a spoon in the bag, right? Luckily I have a spoon in the bag, lads. Bear with me, babe. Hold on a second now, team, right? Bear with me, lads. You only have good questions. Interesting. Questions are questions are questions, lads, you know. Questions are questions are questions. Just like pars are pars are pars, isn't that it? If you have a question, you just have to ask the question. That's the way it goes, really, isn't it? What course? This is on Mulranny. We're in Ireland here playing golf on the internet, lads. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for watching. Sorry, I'm just trying to fix it. I'm trying to fix this tripod thing here now, lads. Right, here we go. Now we're good to go. Zoom in for you. All right, lads. Oh, it's pretty fancy. It's pretty fancy, to be fair, lads. You couldn't say it's not fancy. Technical difficulties, lads, but we're on the YouTube. Oh, we are. Thank you to the pitching wedges. Thank you, Johnny Cobra. Right, lads. Stanley Michael, thank you for sharing. Do you use a rangefinder? I don't. Watching YouTube on iPad and TikTok on iPhone. McLean, let's see if I can do something decent for you now. Pitch and wedge into Paul, lads. A little coolness comes over the evening. Yeah. Let's see if I can coolly knock this in close. Yeah. Like a young Robert Giles on heat, right? Thank you, Titleist. Thank you, Johnny Cobra. Thank you, Tiger Woods. Pitch and wedge into hand. McLean, let's see if I can knock it in close for you. Watching on all the platforms you have, Bubba. Thank you, Cobra. Oh, Tindy. Jesus, that was shocking. Grateful. Kick left, babe. Kick left. She's too soft to kick left. Right? Oh! Took the eye off the ball there now, lads, figuratively speaking. Let's see if we can go make amends, right? Who am I but a human, huh? Trying to play this great game of golf. Thank you, Lee Trevino. Thank you, Jack Nicholas. Thank you, Sam Sneed. Right, let's do something decent now going forward, lads. I'm going to have to chip this in for you, Bubba. Layup was always the play. Yep. You're on the YouTube. I am. I'm on the... I'm multi-streaming, babe. Multi-streaming. And we've got 11 on the YouTube, 149 on the TikTok, lads. Thank you for being here with me on the internet, right? I'm going to have to chip her in for you, Bubba. Let's see if I can chip her in. Look, it'll be a proud moment, right? It'll be a proud moment if I can somehow chip her in here now, yeah? I'm going to have something like a 50-degree wedge into Paul. Sorry, Sharon. Sorry, babe. Here I am, lads. I'm on the internet, yeah? I'm in Mulranny. I'm marching down the fourth hole here. We're level through 3. Let's see if we can do something decent going forward, right? Thank you, Big Bad Bob, for the sports car. Thank you for everybody involved in this thingy-majig. Thank you for tuning in. You know, there's a million different tellies. Thank you for tuning in on our telly here, this little TikTok telly, this little YouTube telly. So let's see if we can keep ahead of the rain. I don't think it's going to rain. Look, it's a great day to be a Monday, Christmas week, lads. Looking forward to eating a few birds, yeah. And here I am, going to hopefully see if I can chip her in close or even into the hole. We're just, bear with me here now, lads. Be fairly big for the family now. The best telly out there. Thank you so much, McLean, for the kind words. Thank you for sharing live. Merry holidays from Alabama. Thank you, Bubba. 171 into this room, lads. Right, this will be fairly large now if I can do something decent here, wouldn't it? What'll he hit? I'll put the 56 into the paw, will I? 58 into the paw, maybe. Top of the morning, Detroit. Hello there, Andrew. Thank you for being with me on the internet. Bodie, thank you for following the live creator. Let's see if I can put this into the hole, yeah? Right, we'll move her away from the fence a little bit, lads. Give her a nice lie there. Love the way you lie. 58-degree wedge. Thank you, Johnny Cobra. Thank you, everyone involved in this broadcast. I struck it, lads. Get in the hole. I love you. Wouldn't take that back in a million years. Thank you, Lee Trevino, for the confidence. Thank you, Mac McLean. Thank you, Scott Dawley. Thank you, Jason Hawkins. Thank you, McLean. I appreciate it. Let's see if we can finish her off. Thank you, Dean. Thank you, everybody, for the support. 176 into this room. Let's see if we can chip her in for you, or not chip her in. Let's see. Thank you, Jeff, for the Santa. Jeff loves feckin' Christmas, and all credit to him. Thank you, Jeff. Mad for Christmas hats. Mad for them. I'm going to get a Christmas hat just for Jeff. Thank you, Dean. Thank you to the smiling Santa. The smiling Santa. See, Santa's always flipping smiling, is he? Grateful. I've got a Japanese putter into paw, lads. It looks closer on the internet than it actually is, but that doesn't matter. We're in internet land now, lads. Time to jump up there now. And in the name of Paul Daniel Rafferty, in the name of Billy Miller, in the name of David Carey and Big Bad Bob, smack it into the hole. That's what I'm talking. Grateful to have the Japanese putter into this paw. Thank you, Sam Sneed, for the flexibility. Thank you, Gary Player, for the inspiration. Thank you, Roberto Di Vincenzo. Grateful for the par, lads. Ecstatic about the par. Let's see if we can do something decent now in the 5th hole, Mulranny, the birdie hole as they call it. The Buddy Marooch is doing his thing. Grateful. Here we are, lads. We're on the internet. We're absolutely mad for a road. That's a fact. That is a fact. Did just go back from the Sim 2 Max. Did I make a good choice? I'm sure it's a great driver. Obviously, I'm a Johnny Cobra man now, so what driver do you have in the bag? I got a Johnny Cobra in the bag, lads. I have a Johnny Cobra driver in the bag, and I have to say she's a fantastic stick. An absolutely fantastic weapon in all fairness, right? Okay, all pars to start, lads, all pars to start. That Francie show, thank you so much. Couldn't do it without the support coming in on the internet, lads. I really couldn't do it without the support coming in on this internet, yeah? Oh, we get up now onto the 5th hole here, Mulranny, lads. This is going to be the birdie opportunity of the day, really. So let's see if we can do something decent here now in the 5th hole, Mulranny, lads. Look, great. Grateful to be here, grateful for the viewership, grateful to be multi-streaming on the internet, lads. Excited about the YouTube career. We're going to be having a YouTube video every Sunday starting January, right? Thank you for being with me. Thank you for being with me on the internet. How much do clubs matter? I mean, oh, they're 44% of the equation. I'm being facetious, but you know what I mean? Like, it's hard to say, isn't it? You know what I mean? But I'll put it this way, right? That one-handed putt in Japan. Thank you, Double D. Thank you so much. I'll put it this way, right? Birdie rollover. Lads, we're going to make a birdie here for you, guaranteed. Look, about the clubs, it's like this, lads. A good workman doesn't blame his tools. At the same time, a good workman has good tools. That's just the way it is. Jeffrey Scammer, thank you, Francie. Who wants it? Merry Christmas to you, Bubba. 12 into the YouTube, lads. 139 onto the TikTok. Big hole here now in the 5th hole, Mulranny, lads. Grateful to be live streaming. It's great crack. Clubs can't matter. From own experience, 20-year-old clubs versus new club, get 40 yards extra. There you go. There's Double D. Stanley Michael, thank you for airing the live. All right, here we go, lads. This is a fairly big shot now. Really want to see if I can hit a little you-know-what down the middle. Wouldn't that be nice? Grateful for the multi-streaming experience, lads. Grateful for everyone here tuning into the internet, yeah? Whatever internet you're on, lads, welcome. Welcome to the show. Let's see if I can do something decent for you, yeah? All right, here we are. Lovely scenery in the background. Let's see if we can add to this scenery with doing something decent, right? Like young Kyle Berkshire on heat, yeah? Like young Retief Houston on heat, right? Where's the Buddy Marooch? I don't know where he is. I think he's out of reach, is he? Oh, you flute. It's gone right. Oh my God. That has gone so far right. I'm gonna have to leg it over there before the lads come down and strike it. Uh-oh. Trouble, danger for Ireland here, lads. Danger for Ireland here, my God. 11 watching on YouTube, grateful. Oh, Lord. Sorry, lads, I'm going to have to just not look at the chat for a minute because we got to run over there now to the... we've hit it up. If anyone knows Mulranny here on the internet, right? We've hit it up, basically, onto the 6th, not just short of the 6th tee on the 5th. So not an ideal drive, safe to say. But anyway, there's a comment coming in onto the YouTube. Mulranny is a beaut. What a day. Pictures won't do Mulranny justice, but experience in person. Natural bunkers, look at the OG green to the ball. YouTuber, good call, babe. Thanks, Rob, for graciously agreeing to selfie Mulranny a couple of months back. Top notch, man. Thanks a million for thanks for coming out here and playing and for the old photo. Good cry. Much appreciated. Thank you for the support. If it wasn't for the likes of your good, kind self, I wouldn't be able to do this golf journey. So definitely aware of that now here in my all my maturity, blah, 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 says this fella. Thank you so much, lads. Couldn't appreciate it more, in fairness now. Thank you, Lee Trevino. Right? Thank you to the Bud Marooch. Yeah, no, absolutely. Quality track, lads. Great part of the world. Look, all parts of the world are great parts of the world. So whatever's closest to you, babe, thank you so much there, Bruno LeBlanc. Thank you so much. Yeah, no, we were up here before, James, fucking dedicated watcher. Thank you, James. Thank you, Bruno LeBlanc, lads. I couldn't do it without the support coming in. The Bud Marooch, lads, just to let you know, right? Billy Miller has just put into the PayPal a Christmas gift. So he's not a big man to put diamonds into the TikTok, but look, he's just gone onto the PayPal, so it's just unbelievable. It really is unbelievable. Thank you, Billy Miller. A couple of lovely cows here now, lads, on the 6th hole, so we'll get to see them there now when we're coming down playing the 6th. But in the meantime, thank you, TaylorMade, for the 3 wood, right? I'm gonna see now. Sorry, Shaz. Lads, just so you know, I'm gonna be a Johnny Cobra player in 2026. And thank you, Johnny Cobra, for bringing me over to England and making a video, and it's going to be on the telly. I think it might be even on the big telly over, possibly in America, possibly not. Whatever country's telly you're on, you might get. I don't know. I'll keep you updated, lads. Here we are on the 5th hole in Mulranny. 7 watching on YouTube. Okay, and 162 on TikTok. Ben Parker in the room. Ben Parker in the room. Been out to Argos. I didn't even know Argos were still open now, babe. Hunter, he's gone. He's done his stuff. And here he is. Thank you for being here, lads. All the big hitters are in the room. Dusk is coming early in Mulranny, lads. Just going to give this a decent lie, lads. That's our only concession to the winter, lads. Get the sand off her. And let's even hit a decent 3 wood here now. Paul Daniel Rafferty would love to see a driver off the deck. But the 3 wood's probably going to go as far. Now, I'd love to hit a nice 3 wood shot here now. Oh, that is absolutely... Oh, I nearly hit that 2 wood like young Bradley Springer on heat. Whoo! We won't be taking that back, lads. We will not be taking that back. My goodness gracious me. We will not be taking that back. That was some flipping strike, lads. Thank you, everybody involved. Safe to say, lads, I don't think I've ever hit a flipping drive like that, lads, to be fair, right? Or a 3 wood. Ah, that was low. Woo. As I say before, I say it again, lads. I didn't think there'd any tears left in me, but there'd be nearly a tear coming out now when I hit that. Honestly, I can't believe I did that, lads. I don't mean to boast now, and look, if the head gets too big, lads, let me know, right? Because my main purpose for being here, lads, is to coach you golf. So look, please, get me on the blower, lads. Get me on the text. Get me on the Facebook, on the TikTok, on the Instagram, on the YouTube, on the truth.com, right? On the email, lads, and book a lesson in, right? Because that's what I'm here to do, right? That's why I'm here on the internet. At the same time, lads, look, it's irresistible. Sneaky and on the sly, lads, I'm working on my game, lads, trying to get back on the SPEEDGOLF tour. Grateful with your support there on the internet. I was able to go over to the Japan Open. Yes, I'm still talking about the Japan Open. A week ago. It's not much more than a week ago, lads. Tournament of life, lads. 7 years trying to win the Japan Open. Joe Matsui broke my heart. Shinmoto broke my heart. Yanota broke my heart, lads. The New Zealanders broke my heart, right? Everyone over there broke my heart in Japan. I kept coming back. Back for the sushi. Back for the bats. I've never been so clean in my life since the last time I was down there in Tokyo, right? Washing, mad for bats, right? Thank you, Japan. Thank you, Jumbo Ozaki. And finally, lads, managed to pull it off. So thank you, everybody, for the support in that regard. I just couldn't do it without the support here on the internet, right? Making our way up onto the 5th green here in Mulranny. Mad for road, right? Mad for life, mad for love. Let's see if we can do something decent here going forward. It's just a bit of... The lads up ahead are taking their time, all credit to them. No. We've got 11 on YouTube. And we have 161 on TikTok. What a phenomenal viewership. What a phenomenal viewership. Thank you to everybody involved in this effort. This is great crack, lads, here in the Multi-Stream Live app, babe. Thanks, slapper into the room, lads. What a day here. Thank you, Steve Stricker. Is everyone tapping? Yeah, we're 15.5 thousand likes, lads. Let's go mad tapping for a few minutes here. King of Japan, thank you so much, Owen. McLean, absolutely mad for bats, yeah? Get you onto Santa's list, 100% Bubba. I bought my... Golf Girl says, I bought my... Shit's getting deep boots. I don't know what you mean, Bubba. Golf Girl, can you... maybe a birdie on this one, maybe, Anthony. There's a huge prize fund into it as well, by the way. Thanks for being here, mate. The golf God smile on you. Say thank you, Adam Doyle. Keep the confidence, McLean. Thank you, team. Yeehaw! Thank you, Bruno LeBlanc. Couldn't do it without you, Bubba. Betty Owen says hi. Hello, Betty Owen. What course is this? She's Morani. That was a divine trio, lads, in fairness. Probably the tree of my life, in fairness, lads. Like young Mark Leishman on Heath. Thanks, Mr. Margiagi. Absolutely, Bubba. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? I don't know, is it? Right, lads, fancy camera angle in full commission here now. Bear with me, be with me, stay with me, yeah? Bear with me, be with me, stay with me. Thanks, Rob, for graciously agreeing to a selfie at Mulranny. Absolutely, YouTuber, thank you so much. Oh, sorry, I already answered that, but thank you, Bubba. Fancy camera angle into the room, lads. Who wants it? Who wants it on the YouTube? Who wants it on the TikTok? Who wants it on the multi-stream platform? Right, big for the team now. Betty owns mad for a bit of Bruno LeBlanc. Thank you, Betty, for being here. Whatever, I don't know what internet you're on, babe, but all good, yeah. Huge for the TikTok family. Thank you, Ben Parker. Right, what club will go with the... I'm going to stick the 56-degree poison dart into that paw, lads, right? Let's see if I do something decent on the internet for you, right? 140 onto the TikTok. Thank you, Kamatech, for following. 7 onto the YouTube, lads. Grateful. It's be huge now for the family if I can do something decent, right? She's probably... What would she be? Would she be... give you a number for your above out of interest. Probably 55, 57 yards to that flag, lads. Would mean a considerable amount now if we do something decent here now, right? It would mean a decent amount of yes. Okay, here we go. 56-degree poison dart into the paw, lads. I wonder, is there anyone on the YouTube who doesn't usually to the TikTok? I wonder, are we reaching anyone new today is the question. 50 degrees. Let's give ourselves a putt, yeah? In the name of Brendan McGovern. Hit that well, lads. Go. I love you. Oh, she just stopped short, lads. Proud of us. Proud of the strike. Proud of the strike. Thank you, Brendan McGovern. Yeah. Thank you, Mark Tyrrell. Thank you, Dermot Cantrell. Thank you to everyone involved in the effort. Thank you to Robert Hurley. Lads, look, get me on the blower, lads. I'll give you a lesson. No problemo. Get me on the text message. Get you a plan, an improvement plan, lads. And then Bob's your uncle, Big Bad's your dad, right? I have a birdie putt, lads. Bit of excitement into the room. And my question is there anybody watching here now on the line who wouldn't usually watch? Is there anyone new we're reaching because of the YouTube platform in here, babe? Anyone? No rangefinder here, Bubba. Is there anyone on the YouTube who wouldn't usually watch on the TikTok? Let me know. Be interested to know. 7 people watching there on YouTube. If we're getting even to one more person, we're 141 on the TikTok. Tom's in the room, Bubba. Grateful for the lads in front. Grateful, right? Well, Stephen Hawkins would probably say something fancy like all time is happening at once. You know, that kind of way, lads. So we don't want to go down that rabbit hole. You know, that kind of way, lads. We don't want to go into that black hole. So all credit to the lads. Grateful. So here we are now. We're on the 5th hole. Bit of excitement about to come into this room, lads, because we do have a birdie putt to go 1 under through 5 holes. Japanese putter in paw. Massive prize fund into the room. Right? Who's on the internet? Who wants it? Bill the Bandit wants it. Thank you, Billy Miller, for the PayPal payout. I have about an 8-foot putt for the par, for the birdie, should I say. Mad for putts. Mad for Japanese putters, lads. Let's even a Japanese putter her into the hole, right? Mad for Japanese crime mob. novels, babe. McLean, thank you for the 20,000 likes. Betty Owen, grateful. Bruno says no thanks. What's the name on YouTube? SPEEDGOLF TV, Bubba. SPEEDGOLF TV, grateful. Thank you, Ryan, for joining, Bubba. 147 into his room, lads. Who wants it? Who wants it, lads? This is for the bird, babe. This is for the sweet, sweet birdie with the Japanese putter into paw, yeah? Yeah, we're trying to ascertain, lads. Is there anyone here? Is there anyone on the YouTube who wouldn't usually be tuned into the live broadcast? Or is everyone who's watching on YouTube, all 6 of you? Or would you all be watching on the TikTok ordinarily? That's the question we have for you, babe. 130 into the room on the TikTok, lads. 130 into the room. Big for the family, this one, lads. Thank you to the Japanese putter. Betty owns fairly mad for Road. All credit to her. I don't know, are you coming in? Which internet are you coming in on, Betty? Which internet are you coming in on, Bubba? What a day it is, lads. Grateful for the pitch mark. Lads and lasses, pitch mark repairers, fancy ones, are available to purchase in the shop. SpeedGolfRob.com. Right, here we are. I don't know whose Leroy ball that is over there. But let's even do something decent now, wouldn't this be? Thank you, Jack Nicholas. I love you. Sorry, babe. Sorry, Chaz. All right. Right, team. Wouldn't this be nice? This would be real nice, wouldn't it? See, a little left to right. And no line on this one, lads. Call her up. Right? Purchase some popcorn. Don't scrimp on the Fanta, lads. Or a non-alcoholic beer and a bit of pizza on the side. Who wants it on the internet? Thank you to the Japanese putter! I have never hit a putt like that in my life up until this very moment. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, TikTok. Thank you to whoever invented the internet back in the day. Thank you to being onto the TikTok telly. Oh, that was pure, lads. That was going way past if it didn't go in, and I've no regard for that fact whatsoever, and I didn't have any regard then, and I don't have any regard now. Thank you for the support. Birdie into the room, 1 under through 4, through 5. Let's keep moving on. Hole in one watch now in the 6th hole here in Mulranny. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Bruno LeBlanc. Thank you, everyone involved. Oh, yes, yes, yes. There comes the galaxy. The men's are there. They're men of their words. They're men of their words. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, James, for the money gun. Thank you, Killer Eagles, for the galaxy. Oh, what course are you playing? I'm playing Mulranny and I'm 1 under. Bird! Thank you, Killer Eagles. Bobble hat arrived the other week. Have a look at the merchant line. Thank you, Ben Parker. Thank you for the support. Thank you, welcome. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, welcome. Like your lover, share, lads. Thank you so much, team. Thank you for those whopper gifts coming in onto the line. Couldn't do without you, Bubba. Couldn't do without you. Killer Eagles. Yeah! Thank you for the cowboy hat. Ah, lads, the support is immense. Thank you so much. 5.3 thousand total views on the internet, lads. Ooh. James, thank you for the little Santa, Bubba. Right, lads, up onto the 6th hole here in Mulranny. We're 1 under through 5. Grateful, excited, proud, ecstatic. Oh, beautiful. Look, lads, you make birdies. If you make birdies, you make birdies. Now, the Bud Marouche, they're taking their time, and all credit to them. All credit to them, right? Grateful for the leisurely pace of play, lads. She's getting fierce dark. Shortest day of the year was yesterday, bub. Mark it down, Marouche. Good call, babe. Good call. 141 into this TikTok room, lads. Oh, what a life, lads. What a life. Thanks to Macaulay Culkin, absolutely. 137 into this room, lads. Thank you for the support. Who wants it here now on the internet? Yes. There we go. What a card. Grateful for the view of YouTube, yeah? James, why are you a convert to the YouTube, James? The only thing is then you don't get... I suppose the community would take a bit of time to develop on the YouTube. But James, let me tell you now, buddy Marouche, when it comes to January, which as we know is just around the corner, it is my commitment that every Sunday I will be revealing... So it sounds like a translation. Every Sunday I will be revealing unto the world a long-form video on the YouTube. There's going to be one about Japan. There's going to be one about the Q club, the adjustable club that I'm playing with for the that you might have already seen on Facebook. Is that okay, Bubba? Is that okay? And all I want to say to you is that it's going to be ongoing after that, Bubba. There's going to be a video coming up with a young Brendan Lawler, lad, mad for road, right? And who knows after that, lads? I'm going to do it on my own if I have to. But if I can get someone helping me day in, day out with the camera into the paw, with the editing system onto the paw, I will be there with you, mate. Oh, now. There's a fairly leisurely pace of play here now, lads, and all credit to the lads up front. All credit to them. There's 10 on the YouTube and there's 150 on the TikTok, lads. Martin Jenkins Moshi into the room. Hello, Indonesia. Bella Chan, thank you for being here with me. What time is it here? It's 3:15. I used to live in Kuala Lumpur. Bella Chan, thank you for being here with me on the internet. Grateful for YouTube computer when the cell phone network is low. There you go. That birdie was my Christmas present. Happy Christmas, Chris. Get the lad who works in the shop to help with the film. That's a good call, Bubba. That is a good call. Come down with a cup of tea, once and for all, finally, and put the camera into the paw. I think we're talking the same language here, babe. What time is she at, lad? She's 3:15, right? She's 3:15 on the internet, yeah? What a life, what a time to be alive. Sorry, Shaz. I'm grateful for the multi-streaming opportunity, lads. Grateful for it. Yeah! Ooh! Mad for road is all I'll say. Mad for road, yeah? As I was going over, I can't believe it. Grateful to be 1 under through 5 here on the internet. Grateful TikTok, grateful YouTube, grateful to the internet. Fancy camera angle coming up to you now, babe. It's going to be a little bit of, you'll be just, oh yeah, flipper. Grateful. Thank you, who's that? Who's that? Martin Jenkins Moshi, you mad legend. I couldn't do it without you. Hole in one in the next, absolutely. Thank you, Martin. I couldn't do it without you, Bubba. Sorry, Shaz. The Bud Maruch is legging it. All credit to him, right? He's on the green here, lads. Now, hold on a sec. Hello from Thailand. Hello, Thailand. Grateful to be on the Asian internet. Hello there, little Marcy. Hello there this fine morning yourself. Grateful for Sebi the Sloth. All good, babe. Thank you, Terence. Thank you, babe. Thank you, everybody, lads. Unbelievable. Yeah, we're on the YouTube, we're on the TikTok, we're on the multi-streaming platform. Back at it again, mate. Absolutely. Played it on Friday, did you? All credit to you. Right, bear with me one tiny second here, lads. I'm just gonna once and for all just chat to this fella about this. We're -1 here, lads. Proud to be -1. So I'll leave you with the landscape for a minute there, Bubba. I'm just gonna go talk to this fella just one more time about this. Look, it's just there's a soft dusk coming over Mulranny. We're 1 under par, lads. We're 1 under par through 5. I just have to keep after that fella about that crew cab. I'm back in a second. Well, we're all. I think we've reached an understanding. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Grateful to be here with you on the internet. Yeah. 84. Fair play to you, Bubba. Martin Jenkins, you legend. Thank you. No farts at all. 154 into the room, lads. Thank you, Martin, for the rain and gift. I couldn't do it without you, babe. Merry Christmas, Roosh. Thank you, Martin. Merry Christmas to you and everybody. Grateful for the support here on the internet, lads. Couldn't do it without you, yeah? A soft coolness, lads. A gentle dusk comes over Mulranny. We're here on the 6th hole here. We're 1 under par through 5. Absolutely mad for road. Gunning for green, lads. Mad for... I wouldn't do anything for a par. I'd do anything for a hole in one. I missed a birdie distance, cousin, but I'm going to make another one for you, babe. Who wants the fancy camera angle? Who wants it? Great day for it, absolutely a great day for it, Dave. Double D, you talk to me now, Bubba. Is Double D on the TikTok or the YouTube, or is he still there at all? Hole in one, wouldn't that be tasty? Oh, that would be tasty. Ah, Double D's there on the TikTok. You preferring the TikTok, Bubba, yeah? What do we hit here now, lads? I think it's 6 iron into this paw. Yeah. Keep them strong and true. Now you're talking. Stop sucking at golf. Ah, who wants it, lads? Who wants it? Who wants it? I would do anything for a hole in one. Oh, I would do anything for a hole in one. But I won't do that, but I might. All right, 156 on the TikTok, lads. There's about 10 strong. There's about 10 strong on the YouTube. Little Marcy in the room. Golf girl in the room, right? Martin Jenkins Moshi in the room. The whole team into the room. Who wants it? James into the room. Killer Eagles into the room. Grateful for the support. 6 iron into paw. Is this enough stick? I do believe it is. I do believe it is, lads. Titleist. Thank you, Titleist. Imagine getting a hold of one here now, team. That'd be something else. Thank you, Cobra. Right at it, babe. Watch that one, team. Watch that one. Do not take your eyes off that one. Oh, sit down. Jesus, you've gone past it. Get a bit of power into that paw, lads. Bit of power into that paw. Thank you, Johnny Cobra. Thank you to the stack system. Thank you to Yin Yoga. Yeah? Who wants it? Thank you to the sea. Thank you to the world at large. Birdie put into this room, lads. It's a long birdie putt, though. She went right over the top of her, yeah? Right over the top of her. Woo, the garage work is paying off, Bubba. If you get a hole in one, I'll send you a bag of sand. Hole in one, golf girl. YouTube pauses in the background, so I miss it. What do you mean, Bubba? I don't know what you mean, babe. Double D, how is... Oh, Japan was great, Martin. Double D has her on multiple apps, does he? Would you believe, Martin, I was lucky now. I managed to get the win. 7 years of trying. 7 years of trying to win in Japan, and I kept coming back, yeah? The Japanese were just repeatedly taking me down every single time, and look, I kept at it, and lucky to say, with the support of everyone here on the internet. Sorry, Shaz. I did manage, once and for all, in the fine country, Japan, to sneak by a mere 53 seconds the National Speed Golf Open of that fine country. So grateful to say I managed to get the win in Japan. It's easy to say it now, but it was a little bit tougher doing it, lads. I was huffing and puffing. 45 minutes around the 700 club in Japan. Sakura City. 79 shots, lads. I was 6 over par through 9 holes and finding it tough. Wasn't playing bad. I tripled the 8th, but came back in the back 9, 1 over par, lads. 2 solid birdies in the back 9. Managed to play the last 5 holes in 1 under par. Grateful for that. And now here I am, back to the here, back to the now. I'm here in Mulranny. I'm playing golf and I'm on the 6th hole. Grateful to say I'm 1 under through 5. Grateful to say I hit probably the 6 iron of my life. A tiny little DJ fade into about 20 foot from the pin. Now, safe to say I'd do pretty much anything for a birdie here in this hole, but I won't do that, but I might, right? Birdie put into the room, lads. Birdie put into this room, yeah? Yes, Fresh Coast Outdoors. Fresh Coast Outdoors, we do have a question for you, Bubba. Are you joining us on the YouTube, or would you usually be on the TikTok? Did you know the last putt that you had a big lead? I didn't have a big lead. I only won by 53 seconds, Bubba. Thank you, James. Any more qualifying British Open attempts? Maybe. Why? Maybe. This isn't the old Helican sale, no, Bubba. When's the Japanese Speed Golf tournament? Little Marcy, I've already come and gone to Japan. I was lucky to win the Japanese Speed Golf Open. I'm very grateful to say. No. I had to. I mean, a shot is a minute in the format used at the Speed Golf Japanese Open. So, like one shot is 60 seconds. So if I didn't if I didn't birdie the last, I wouldn't have won the SPEEDGOLF Japanese Open. I would have come second in the SPEEDGOLF Japanese Open. Yeah? So, pretty crazy stuff. Right, thank you, Jack Nicholas. I love you. Who wants it here on the internet is my question to you, right? Right, Paul Daniel Rafferty. For the sake of the broadcast, I'm going to have to go and I'm going to get up the yard. Go, I love you. I love you, please. Oh, thank you, Brad Faxon. Thank you, Dave Stockton. Thank you, Lauren Roberts. Thank you, Bobby Locke. Thank you to the Japanese putter, which is a flipping beautiful stick, right? But just wasn't quite to be there, but grateful for the par, lads. Thank you, Titleist. Thank you, Johnny Cobra. Thank you, PRG, or everyone involved. On to the 7th hole now, lads. She's slightly dodgy now. The pace of play is leisurely, all credit to the team. All credit to the lads, right? But here I am, I'm on the internet. I'm 1 under through 6 holes. There's 10 on the YouTube. There's 135 on TikTok. The greens are savage, in fairness. Now. Hello, David. Hello, California. What's Japanese for birdie? I don't know, Bubba. I had a couple of them. Oh, grateful to say. Grateful. Right, lads. Big hole for the squad now here in the 7th hole, Morani. It's it's always a challenging hole, but it's mean an awful lot and having a decent drive down number 7 here, lads. Grateful for the multi-streaming opportunity, yeah. Hello, Tullamore. Doesn't the sun go down in like 15 minutes? It goes probably. We've got 30 minutes to finish the round. We'll get the round finished, not a problem. So it's just good to be out here, really. Grateful for the golf journey, lads. Supported by the good people of the internet. You watching, the viewer watching. I couldn't do it without you. You are creating this broadcast. Without you, I wouldn't be able to do this. That's a fact. That is just a fact. That's all that is, lads. Thank you for being here on the internet with me. As I was going over. Brian, thank you for the rose. Joey, thank you for being here with me on the internet. 143 into the room. 9 on the YouTube, lads. 143 on the TikTok, yeah? Thank you, Michael Peltz. Whatever his name is, Michael Phelps. Thank you to the fancy mics. Wish I could play. Is Maruch still Maruch in Japan? Good question. But the elusive Shantos are a great question because the Japanese women's champion made me some merch. So I have a bag that has my name on it in Japanese. So I'll make sure I'll wear it next time. It's on my fancy coat. And I'm going to show it to you. So I'll show you what it is if you're interested. Thank you, team. Leanne Bingo, thank you for being here with me on the internet. At 9 on the YouTube. Where's more beneficial for us to view? I don't know. I took a work call, missed the outcome. Birdie or par? Birdie on the 6th. James, birdie on the 6th. Sorry, par on the 6th. Sorry, I got you excited there, Bubba. Thank you for being here with me on the internet, lads. Thank you for working and doing the thing you do. Thank you for being here. At 9 on the YouTube, 123 on the TikTok, lads. If you have any questions, now's the time to ask. Thank you for Love Heart. If any questions, now's the time to ask, lads, because I'm just waiting here. Thank you for the Go Popular. Thank you for the Go Popular. If you have any questions, lads, now's the time to ask. I'm just waiting here. I'm on the internet, lads. I'm absolutely mad. I'm gunning for a road, keen for a road, to say the least. Now, here we go, lads. It's time to tee off. Anyone who loves BYD cars. I don't know what that means, Bubba. Hello, Mary Kingsley, into the room. Right, lads, who wants it? Who's your favourite golfer of all time? Tough question, Bubba. Like, come on, man. Probably John Daly, in fairness to him. Geez, there's rumours abound that young John Daly's going to come through and get onto the tour. I think that's his intention, is it not? Look, this would mean an awful lot if I get a decent drive down 70 here in Morani, lads. Oh, that's ripped. Slightly right, bailed out a tiny bit, but I really struck it. To be fair, I won't take that back. Thank you to the Yin Yoga opportunity. Thank you to the stack system. Discount code is into the paw if anyone needs it. Trying to get a few extra yards into this paw, lads, going forward. 12 on the YouTube. 130 onto the TikTok. Daly is by far my favourite. And it's not even about the length of John Daly. It's just about the flipping fancy hands of a man. Like, he's just an absolute beaut of a fella with a little knockdown 8-iron into that ball. I mean, there's nothing like a John Daly punched 8-iron, lads, 110 yards into the wind. Sorry, Shaz. You know, if young John does get onto the tour, right, oh, credit to him. And he might end up being statistically a better player than the Bud Maruch, right? But at the same time, there's just no way that that he could hit a little 8-iron like the old fella. I don't think there's anyone. Look, lads, I drove 6 hours up to Royal Portrush when John Daly played in the Irish Open a couple of years ago. And I saw him hit one shot, lads. He was just finished his round because he started early. A little knockdown 8-iron into about 10. No, he hit it from about 100 yards. I've never seen anything like it. Never. It's nearly upset. He's clearly past his best now, lads. So we'll never. God, man, I would have loved to have followed him for a year and just to absorb that striking. It's not even about the correct. It's not even about the partying or the long drives, lads. It's just about the fancy hands on the man. Some of the sauces hands in the world. Grateful. It's like young Big Bad Bob on heat, like young Retief Houston on heat, right? All right, here I am, back to the Paul Daniel. We're 1 under through 6. Grateful for that, ecstatic about that. Thank you, Billy Miller, for the PayPal. I'm milling down the 7th hole, and I'm 1 under through 6. I hit the drive. I ripped it slightly right, but ripped it. So I'm going to have something like, I'm just guessing now. Thank you for the love heart. Thank you for the rose. I'm just guessing now. I'm going to have something like a 9-iron into that pole. Let's see if we can do something decent. Thank you for the support on the internet. I couldn't do it without you. You're creating this. You're creating this reality in the metaverse. Thank you, babe. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, TikTok. All right. Where's the Leroy ball now? Where is the Leroy ball? Oh, she's gone an absolute. Oh, jeez, she's gone a mile, lads. It nearly started crying now. I'm ecstatic about that. The distance that travelled, lads. She's getting dusky here now in Mulranny, lads. Nice, it's subdued, it's calm. Strong round so far. Let's see if we can finish her off the right way here now, lads. Like young Retief Houston. 12 on the YouTube, lads. 109 on the TikTok. Grateful. Thank you, golfer. It wasn't just power he had, feel and abundance. Absolutely, Mo. Sevi was, I'm sure, I didn't really get to see Sevi, but I would love to have seen him. He just shows up and kills it. There's Mike Denko. Yeah! Mike Denko, you legend. All right, so look, there's at least one person is here just on YouTube. The reason I'm asking is a lot of people watch the live stream on the TikTok, so interesting to see. So thank you for coming over here onto the YouTube. We're live streaming the whole time, Bubba. But the Bud Maruch just came there with the Maruch on the Japanese. Grateful. How long are you growing out that beard? Leanne Bingo, thank you for asking me a question about the beard. It's hard to say exactly, but it's at least 3 weeks. That's at least 3 weeks there, Leanne. Thank you very much. I was grateful. Thank you. I've had several dunks with the 9. Fresh Coast Outdoors. And Mike Denko's there as a TikToker, but Fresh Coast Outdoors is here just for the YouTube. Grateful for that. Love the lives. Thank you, Foxtrot. You look younger on the YouTube. It's true, isn't it? Thank you, YouTube, for the use. Thank you, Bubba. The use tube. Grateful. Look younger on the YouTube. Grateful. Love the lives. Thank you, team. Right, here we go, lads. Don't know what to say, babe. All the compliments. Thank you. Came here for the landscape view. Thank you, Mike. How's it treating you, babe? How's it treating you? Right, here we go, lads. Ooh, pick a club is the thing now, isn't it? Pick a club is the thing, because she's a little bit blind in the front, lads, so it's not always easy to pick a stick here. I think it's pitch and wedge into paw. Right? I think it might be pitch and wedge into this paw, lads, so let's see if we can do something decent here now. Happy Christmas. Happy Christmas, bummins. Let's see if I can hit this up close to the flag. Wouldn't that be nice with the pitch and wedge, lads? It really would. Thank you, Johnny Cobra, for the pitching wedge. Thank you, Lampkin, for the grip. Oh, that's a tiny bit of a pull, but she's fading like young DJ Johnson. Turn, babe, I love you. Yeah, I think she bounced just a tiny bit short, but she's decent. I'd say we're putting for the bird, all right. Wasn't either the best or the worst. It just depends where that pin is. I'm not actually sure where the pin is, because she is a little bit blind, so she is, lads. You know yourself. The lads are all credit to them. All credit to them. They're mad for a road, so they are. All credit to them. Thank you. Lovely David, now if I say so myself. I struck that lovely, lads. Proud of that strike, to be fair. Frank Beans, Merry Christmas. Bummins, Merry Christmas, lads. 158 on the TikTok. 13 on the YouTube. James, thank you so much, man. You want to come to Marsala for a game? Of course I do. Maybe let her dry up a little bit, will we, Bubba? James, means a lot, man. I'm honoured. Grateful. Shout out to Stormtrooper. Thank you, Japan. Thank you to everybody involved. The ball is the target. I'm pretty good if I was going to put you on my TV, but I'm on a flight. On a flight? No way. Mike's on a flight. That's deadly. Jeez, I'm feckin' honoured, lads. Did you hear that, lads? I'm on a feckin' aeroplane. I can't believe someone's on an airplane watching me play golf. That is the coolest thing ever. As the funny thing is, when you're on the airplane, I was on the airplane to Japan myself, lads, over to the Japan Open. That's the very time you'd actually have a chance to watch something. I watched some amount of movies. Grateful for the movies. I slept a lot as well. Grateful. Mike, thank you for watching me on the flipping airplane, man. Can you believe he's watching me on the airplane? That's fancy. That's really fancy. I can't even begin to figure out how the signal's getting up to you, right? I literally cannot begin to figure that out, how the signal's getting up to you. But look, it's there's a chocolate wrapper. We better pick that up, lads, right? Just you know yourself. Okay, knuckle down, buddy. Join in now, lock in, because we have about 18 foot for the bird here. Look, this would mean so much here, lads. Japanese putter in Paul. You got him, Roosh. Good old free Wi-Fi on Delta. Wow. How cool is that? Take the course. Come to play golf in Thailand. Mon, thank you for following. I have played golf in Thailand, so I have, Bubba. Someone else, thank you, Bean Scene. I really appreciate you, Bubba. Look, just so you know, lads, we're pretty much always on TikTok. What time does the sun set there these days? I suppose we're probably 30 minutes away from sunset there, Bubba. Just a lovely green, lads. I think we just bounced short. I'll get one of these for the golfing gods anyway. Thank you, Jack Nicholas. Thank you, Gary Player. Thank you, Arnold Palmer. Birdie putt with the Japanese putter, lads. I better take the flag out, because you know yourselves, lads. Paul Angle has come down the country. Thank you, Big Bad Bob. All right, here we go, lads. Thank you, John Tillery. Thank you, John Albo. Okay, here we go, lads. We're left to right. Tiny little Japanese putter. Let's see if we can Japanese putter into the hole for the birdie, lads. For all the new viewers on YouTube, go for me, babe. Hiya. Grateful. It was slightly watery, lads. Grateful for the watery effort. Grateful for the lesson. Yeah, ecstatic about the future now. Let's see if we can put it on hole in one watch now up in the 8 hole here in Mulranny, lads. The lads are coming up behind me. All credit to them. So we're 1 under 2-6 here, lads. Would I like to get that putt again? But isn't that the essence of the game of golf, lads? 14 on YouTube, right? 14 on YouTube. And we have good putt, barely missed her. 126 in the room, lads. When was the last time I played speed golf? Would you believe? It's a very timely question to ask, because the last time I played speed golf was Friday a week ago. I was in the great city of Sakura in Japan, about 100 miles north of Tokyo, not quite that far. And I was very lucky to be able to win the Japanese Speed Golf Open, lads, after, please forgive me, blowing my own trumpet, but look, I've been trying for 7 years to win that tournament, so it was just a very ecstatic to win the Japanese Speed Golf Open, lads. Just 8 or 9 days ago now, lads. Just grateful and excited about training now in the off season and get a few extra yards into this paw, and then powering into next season, lads, and travel the world and see if we can play some speed golf. And please come along for the journey, lads. Join this sport of speed golf. It's the smallest sport in the world, and look, proud, grateful, ecstatic. Just training now in secret to get onto this. Training in secret to get onto the speed golf tour is all I'll say, right? Thank you everyone involved. Hole in one watch now. What time does the sunset there? Yeah, another half an hour, Bubba. Hole in one watch here now, lads, on the YouTube, on the TikTok, right? What's my handicap? I don't have a handicap, Bubba. I'm an old driving range pro. You know yourself. Right, well, let's stick into the paw. I'll stick pretty confident it's an 8 iron today, lads. Fairly confident it's an 8 iron today, right? There we go, lads. The dusk is really falling onto Mulranny. So let's see if I can hit a decent 8 iron here now. Just finish this round solidly. Look, it's the first time multi-stream, and I think this stayed on YouTube forever. So let's see if we can do something decent now. A nice strike with an 8 iron wouldn't go amiss. Is it enough stick? Let's hit it hard. Oh, Tinder, but she's held straight. Go, ball. Go. Go, 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 go. Ooh, she's short, lads. Oosh. She's short. I just did not hit that. Grateful for the lesson. There's 2 watery shots. Grateful for the lesson. Focused on the future. Focused on striking them, compressing them going forward. Bit watery, lads. Grateful. Golf girl into the room. I thought you were going to hit that massive ball. Stranger things have happened, Bubba. Nice sweater, lad. Thank you, team. 172 into this room, lads. Let's see if we can do something tidy going forward, yeah? Sorry, Chaz. 10 out of 10 jumper. Thank you, team. Hell yeah, Marucci, you deserve it. Thank you. You deserve it. Thank you for watching with me. Thank you, babe. Appreciate the support, lads. I couldn't do it without you on the internet. We're very interested to find out, is there anyone here who's just tuning in from YouTube and